Joe Joyce, an Olympic medalist. Clean jab. Beautiful counter shot. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
And he just missed with that left jab. And they blocked the right uppercut. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. So much firepower here. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Ronda Rousey once told me when she gets into a fight, her mentality was minimum effort, maximum efficiency.
If you get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They threw the hook, it didn't land. Unlucky to miss with that jab. That counter shot lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot...
There's the bell to start round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
trying to land that jab. There's a counter shot. It all comes down to what you can do on the inside.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well done with that counter shot. He misses with that jab. The straight right just misses. The straight right just misses. Good job defending the jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Mate, what you doing? Come on, get your mind back on the job.
Back at it in round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
There's a lot of weight there to give away, and if you're giving it away that weight, you've got to use it to the maximum because you've got to be smart. Every shot hurts. It's not about skill, it's more about power.
Well done with that counter shot. Jab does not score. It's a real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Missing with that jab. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Good counter punching. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Johnson in that last round. After what? On to the 5th we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Back and forth they go. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of defense here at all. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nope, that hook won't score. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Johnson in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Keep him on the end.
And don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right?
Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so we can't think.
Let's get out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen.
Here we go in the 6th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Both men step back for just a moment. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. A perfect counter shot. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Boxing back together.
Great work. I love that jab slip.
Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
He misses with that jab. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
straight right just misses. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. He threw the hook, didn't land. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Few body shots in there.
And we enter the 8th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Nice counter shot. They exchange punches. Missing with the hook. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Nice counter shot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Johnson in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important.
And we enter the 9th. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That jab doesn't find a home. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Catch and shoot. Exchange punches. The perfect counter lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. about Johnson in that last round? Well, we've made it to round 10. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
These two fighters are made for one another. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout with that.
Let's start 11. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? He scores with the counter. Insane action. How about that time counter shot? These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Let's go with that right uppercut. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. About Johnson in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like...
And there's the bell for round 12. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They blocked that right hook. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Good counter punching. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
And Jack Johnson is dead. Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. And they're going to let him continue. But just when you think Joe Joyce is out of it, he comes firing right back.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. About Johnson in that last round. They ring the bell, and here we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Oh my, what a stunner. Jack Johnson goes to the canvas. How about that impact? Let's see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Beautiful counter shot. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
One punch could change everything in this battle. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have... Oh, wait a minute! The Galveston Giant in real trouble now! onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Johnson in that last round. He is down big time on this. So here we are, the final round of the fight. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Tried to score with a jab. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Can you believe this? The legend himself, Jack Johnson, is about to go. And right back into the fray.
What caught sleeping on the job? What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The old adage is, hold that thought! And Jack Johnson is dazed. I don't believe it. Looks like they've shaken it off.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Huge opportunity. Can he cash it? Oh, down goes Joe Joyce. And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.